This is the Caddx Protos Kit, an all-in-one solution which is an absolute game changer for FPV. If you love this hobby, watch this space because our future has never been so bright. And after seeing the price and what this thing can do, I guarantee you're going to be blown away.
Holy f***. That just shows don't panic.
G'day, Stu from UAVFutures here. I am so excited to be able to share this video with you guys. The Caddx Protos Kit is an all-in-one solution that includes a digital set of goggles, the Protos Drone, a radio, a charger, and inside the drone itself, it is a cheap digital solution. So finally, we've got some affordable digital FPV. And get this, the price of this, $359 US. This is the part that completely blows my mind. When you see exactly what this kit can do and what you get, you are going to be gobsmacked. And so much so that I've had to refilm this video because I was doing this thinking this is going to be $500 to $600. If it's more than 650 USD. And now we're back here, now that I know the price of this, like I can't wait to show you what you get. And for people getting into the hobby, to have an option like this at that price, like Caddx has smashed it out of the park. Now I need to make this point very clear though, everything you see in this video is my entire own thoughts. I've not seen any contracts, I've never been sent any NDAs, there's not even an affiliate link in this video. This is just my thoughts, flying it around, what I like, comparing it to some other systems, chatting and flying with Stickman Steve about the Caddx Protos Kit and also the Ascent system. So Caddx, they haven't even seen this video. They're gonna be watching it for the first time with you guys as well. Let's kick it off and talk about what we get in the kit before we go fly it around and the things that this Ascent system is doing. It's pretty cool. So you are going to get for that $359 USD a set of goggles, a drone, a radio, a charger, a couple little other extras as well. And most importantly, inside the drone right here, it is using the new Ascent system. Now, as a bit of a comparison, just to show you how wild the price of this thing is, these are the Walksnail Goggles L. My goggle of choice for 2024 for people getting into the hobby. These are about $200 US, so it is crazy that you can get this entire kit here for $349. So you'll notice if we look at the goggles first, they are a very, very similar form function. So I'm gonna put some pictures on the screen as well. They are using the same basic shell that the Goggles L did. Now, a couple little differences. They're a 1080p screen, same as the Goggles L, but the foam is a little bit different. You've got your SD card here at the slot. I imagine there's a couple of patch antennas in the front. So we're gonna put these to the test. You're gonna see us flying these around in just a minute. And you do get a little extra like this. So this is your battery cable that simply plugs in here, and you're going to need to power this with an external battery. Now moving on, we're going to talk about the drone in just a little bit, but some of the other parts out of the way, you do get an external charger. It charges by USB. We'll put this on the screen right here. You simply slide your batteries in. You get 3 of them, and then, yeah, it charges up. A couple of lights, like it's really, really easy to use. So I'm gonna put that to the side. The radio itself is an ELRS radio, so you will be able to use this in the future if you wanted to fly it around with some other drones. Simple, it's ergonomic. You're gonna see Stickman Steve flying this around, who is a pinching pilot. You're gonna see what he thinks about this as well. And as a thumbing pilot, I can say, look, it's fine. It is perfectly adequate. It's not going to be as good as, say, the Radio Master Pocket, which is a $60, $70 radio by itself. But this, I would say, is the best cheap radio that I have seen. So I'm gonna put that one to the side. You'll see more about that. And then the star of the show right here, the actual Protos little drone, and probably more importantly, the Ascent system inside. So if I stick this on the scales, and this is without the battery right here, let's turn this on. The actual drone itself is about 60, 62 grams, and with a battery on there, it's coming in at 100 grams. It simply clicks in the top. It is a 2S 840 milliamp hour battery, but it is proprietary. So these batteries right here, you'll notice a very different little connection right there, which means this kit, it is aimed at getting people into the hobby who have nothing. If you already have a whole stack of batteries, this drone isn't going to be for you. Now, something else to note as well, it is a pusher quad, which means the props are underneath. There is no carbon fiber inside here, and we've got a big heat sink on the bottom for our Ascent VTX.
And it's actually not too hot for now that you've been flying around.
And it's doing some things that are a little bit special. If you are a brand new pilot and you would like some position hold or altitude hold, we have a couple little sensors on the bottom that can do that as well. Or if you're a full-fledged FPV pilot, you can still flick this thing into acro mode, zip it around in the field and have a good time, which I must say is exactly what Stickman Steve and myself are about to do. Everything you see Stickman Steve and myself talking about while flying this, think we are talking about a $500 to $600 or $650 US drone. If we had have known that the price of this was $359, like, it would have been a very different conversation. We would have been stoked for people coming into the hobby. So let's go do it. We're going to fly it around. And most importantly, you're going to see how it compares, what it's like versus previous systems, the pros, the cons of this system, because it is doing some things differently. It's going to be very interesting when you see just how it handles breakup. And more importantly, who should get this? Should you get this? Is it designed for you? And if not, then who is it designed for? It's a little bit windy, but today it is all about the new Protos kit from Caddx. We're going to put it through its paces, do a little bit of testing. We're going to talk about this drone specifically, and something I'm quite excited for too, finding out how does that Ascent VTX system go? What's it like? Do a couple of range tests and just have a good time. You ready, Steve?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. You'll notice they've mowed the lawn. Thank you very much there, Farmer Keith. I appreciate it. So Steve, you haven't seen this too much, just basically when I pulled it out right now, the batteries, they're proprietary. It's a little 2S. There's a little clip on the top. We're going to simply slide that in. Gotcha. And then we're off to the races. Rightio. And I'm going to be flying mine in acro mode as well. So we have this on 100 milliwatts. I think this is the arm button right here. I'm going to click record on the DVR. All right, let's see how we go. Whoa, the wind. All right, I'm going to go do a little bit of a range test just out here first. It is struggling into that headwind. So as far as the drone goes, it's definitely not suited for crazy wind. It's not going to be like a 5-inch or anything like that. All right, let's see. It seems a little bit easier flying back this way. The video is interesting. It is like, it's definitely better than analog, and I think it's better than open IPC as well. Oh, we're losing it just here though. That's probably these patch antennas. So, oh, where am I? Okay, we're back.
Yeah, you're good, nice.
What a recovery. I'm really trying here. Getting smashed by the wind, and also I wanted to try to turn to face it like this.
Yeah.
Because of those patch antennas. So don't fly around behind yourself. All right, let's see. Let's do a bit of a full punch throttle. Doesn't have too much to give. We've got an interesting like battery bar on the bottom as well. And it really is windy here. So I want to make that very clear. So we are getting smashed around by the wind. I don't know if that's coming through on the camera, or I'm trying to hide that on the microphone so the audio is actually usable. Let's do a little bit more closer proximity flying. And I feel like maybe I can feel a little bit of latency here in the actual image, and it is blending together. Now I'm going to turn. Am I facing the right way? Oh, look at that. All right, so cruising around here. This is where I did lose it when I was flying around behind myself.
All good?
Yeah, the drone itself, like, it's fine. It's nothing too spectacular. It's not going to be like the Lightning V2, which is my all-time favorite drone. It's like maybe a little bit heavier as well. It's really made to be like a turnkey, something people can get out of the box and just go to the races with everything in one kit. The radio, it fits fine. It's very comfortable. But again, it is a cheap radio. Better than most cheap radios, but not as good as something like the Radio Master Pocket, which is my favorite. It's going to be interesting to see how you actually go, Steve, as a pinching pilot. Mm-hmm. As a thumb pilot, it's sort of just doing everything, like all the bases, the base parts are covered. And I don't mind the arm switch up here. This switch is actually a comfortable spot to put that there. It's pretty stable. This would probably be perfect indoors though, cruising this thing around. The flight times aren't too bad in a general hover, but I did notice the battery getting chewed up a little bit if I was pushing or trying to go a little bit faster. Now, I want to do a bit of a range test in a minute, so I'm just going to enjoy this flight around here. The goggles themselves, they're great. I love the Walksnail Goggles L. They're one of my all-time favorite goggles. I'm not sure if they're going to sell these separately, what the price is going to be, but the form factor is fantastic. And as far as their function goes, they're simple to use. The menu's easy. I'll put some pictures on the screen as well. So yeah, the actual flight is, oh, almost crashed there, is adequate. It's not my favorite, but but it's definitely not the worst. And if you are a full-on crazy freestyle FPV pilot, this is not who this is for. This is made for people probably like my kids who want to get into the hobby and just experience a kit that's going to work. Oh, big gusts of wind here. All right, I'm going to bring it in and then I'm going to hand it over to you. Let's see.
Going for the backpack?
Yeah, I think I am. Can I land in the backpack? Look at the angle for the wind.
No.
Ah, and I'll stop my DVR right here.
What sort of DVR does it record?
So standard sort of Walksnail DVR as far as, and I should make it clear too, like the information that I have from Caddx, please send me more. This literally turned up in the post. I got some emails about some leaks for some people. Maybe they got sick of me posting those, so they started to actually have a kit, test it out. But some more information would be great. I don't know what firmware this is running. I don't know what the plan is in the future. Like the actual specs, I will do my best to get, but communication from Caddx, I didn't even know when this video was meant to release. So anyway, here we are. Let's turn it over to Steve, see what he thinks.
Yeah, we're just going to see how far away you are.
Yeah, but that's after a bounce. I bounced and landed here.
Dude, you disarmed like that.
All right, I don't know if we can show this radio. I don't know if that's out yet. Stickman Steve, here you go. This is the radio. I guess you probably don't want to talk about that. You will talk about that, but here's the exciting part, the actual little Protos. Give me some first impressions. I'm going to spin you around for a bit better lighting. That's it, work the camera. All right, the Protos with the Ascent system in there. How did it look in the air? Because it is windy.
Very windy. You could hear it in the craft as it was going, you know, the oscillations and it doing what it's doing to keep stable. It did look stable, but yeah, it was definitely struggling a little bit. Probably not ideal conditions to test it, but at the same time,
but
it's kind of ideal.
Yeah, it's ideal testing conditions, not ideal flight conditions.
Yeah, true.
Is probably a good way to put that. All right.
Honestly, without the battery, it doesn't feel too chunky, hey? It really doesn't. For a little digital craft with all that plastic.
Yes.
I'm pretty impressed with the weight of it. The battery itself, what is it?
It's a 820 milliamp hour 2S.
Big,
yes,
right?
yes.
With it together, it's not too bad, man.
Yep. I'll put the actual weight on the screen as well.
And like, I think for its intended purpose, the frame on it is going to be fine. You know, it's going to bounce off stuff.
Yes.
You're not going to be wanting to push this little thing to its limits, doing flip-flops and all that.
Yep.
But if you do bump into something, I think it's going to recover and handle it quite well.
I think that's a good conversation we're going to have after your flight about who this is for and like, would you buy it? Who else should buy it? Or would you get something else? So too easy.
No,
all right.
Feels quite good.
Ready to do a rip?
Yeah.
Or I guess a fly would probably be better.
Yeah.
All right, here you go. Here's the radio.
Dodgy.
Now arm switch is on your side back here.
That's where it should be.
Yes,
hey.
yes. This can do a few different things. It's got some little sensors here, like sort of position hold, altitude hold, a bit of like training mode, so to speak.
Yep.
We're just going to be flying it in acro for us.
No worries.
All right. I'll plug this in. I do like plugging it in, just like that.
It's pretty cool.
That feels awesome.
I'll stand here and I'll just see how I go.
Yeah. Okay. I think this might be better. Yeah, to fly in amongst these trees and sort of test it out a bit more than flying it out in the open field. Doesn't really demonstrate it too much. Now I'm going to start the DVR, which is one press of that. And arm switches this one back here. I hope you're enjoying this video because you're about to see Stickman Steve and myself with the actual flights of the Ascent system versus some of the others. However, I just wanted to say this might be the perfect time if you want to support the channel, support UAV Futures, get people flying. There is a little membership button down below. This entire video, it is made for you guys. Like I mentioned at the start, no NDAs, no contracts, no links, nothing like that. This channel survives on your support. So if you appreciate this video, talking about the pros and the cons about this system, go join down below. And as a bonus, you're going to get some more Ascent and bonus members only videos as well. So thank you very much. Let's get on with the video.
All right,
You're on a bit of a backward angle when you do take off. There you go. All right.
Not too bad. I feel the latency straight up.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
In the FPV feed?
Yep.
Yes?
Big time.
I even felt like, I think there's a comment there where I mentioned that I could feel a bit of latency in the video, right?
It's very real. It's, really, really quite noticeable.
All right.
But just cruising, yep. I mean, when you're going slow, I can see all the finer detail. It's a little bit grainy compared to a standard avatar system. Just gonna watch what I'm doing here with the signal.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's pretty low.
Is it going black and white yet?
No.
Okay.
Just on that though, the colors, glad you mentioned it. Like it's nowhere near as vibrant. Oh, here we go. Just color shifted then as I went into some darker areas.
Okay.
But yeah, the blues and greens and things, they don't pop Not like the Avatar system at all.
All right, we're going to come back to that. Talk to me about the craft itself, the actual little Protos.
Yeah, underpowered.
Okay.
Underpowered.
You get a feeling affected from the wind?
Yeah, so I'm just doing
around?
a steady hold now.
Yes.
And yeah, you can feel it bobbling around. And it's doing pretty good for the size and weight of the craft.
Yes.
But yeah, not ideal.
All right. Oh, I just heard you do a little flip-flop or something out
Yeah.
there. What about the radio in your hands? How's that feeling?
Oh, fine, man. Yeah, not too
Any
bad
complaints? I'm actually surprised for someone with some larger hands and as a pinching pilot. Is it comfortable, uncomfortable?
No, it's absolutely fine. It's quite
Wow,
quite
okay.
similar to the Pocket, which is my travel go-to.
Yes.
Love that thing. I think, like, this thing's obviously not going to be a full range radio.
Well, it is ELRS, so I bet
is.
you could go a long way with this. ELRS is pretty amazing.
But no
external antenna there,
yeah.
yes.
So
yes.
I actually kind of think that's a bit more comfortable than the Radio Master Pocket.
Yep. And I like that too, there's no switches to break off or snap if
Yeah.
you're throwing it in your bag, unlike the Boxer and a lot of the other radios that have been coming out.
Yeah, no, this thing's not real good for fast maneuvers, eh?
Oh, the actual drone?
The actual drone.
All right,
yeah.
now I'm going to spin you round. So you fly back towards us. So now you're heading towards us. I want you to fly back into the trees behind us so you can experience the
Which way
video
am I?
breakup.
Oh, okay, yep.
So you're going over our heads now.
Yep.
Now take it easy, be ready to disarm because you will see what starts to happen when you get back there. And if you feel yourself losing it, I would like you to disarm rather than put it in the drink.
I know this is more my face shape, but I'm actually struggling to see the bottom corners of the screen where
Okay.
the signal bars and things are.
Okay.
I've still got 2 bars.
Have you still got,
Oh, yep,
is it
there
gone
we
black
go.
and white yet?
Not black and white, just smearing.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
black
now
and
you're behind
white.
you're behind a lot of earth though.
I am. I can still see.
Oh, I'm impressed. Okay.
Control is still there, just going real slow.
Yeah, all right.
There we go, it's coming back.
Okay.
Black and white, now colour.
Yes. And did the screen shrink to the middle at all?
It did, like focus mode.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, and
But like a hard cut.
Yes, yes. Okay, that's it, trying to save some bandwidth just to give you back that little bit. I'm actually impressed because you did go behind some earth mounds there.
I did. You'll
For
be able
this
to see
little
in the
system.
DVR, it
Yes.
actually handled it pretty well. But I think
It's-
maybe that warning system doesn't come on soon enough.
Okay.
Like by the time I saw the first lot of breakup and things, all of a sudden, bang, it was almost gone.
Yes. I wonder if that's something you can tweak in the firmware in the future.
Yeah.
All right, so the goggles themselves, how are they fitting on your face? Or the foam? You've flown a lot with the Goggles L?
I have. I prefer these better than the Goggles L in terms of the foam fitment.
Yep.
Still a fair bit of light leakage, but mate, they're a box goggle.
Do we?
I think the screen itself is quite good.
How's your battery voltage actually?
I'm at 3.7.
That's not too bad.
That's pretty good, hey? So that's 4 minutes flight time.
Yeah.
Just cruising mostly, but that's what this thing's for.
Yes.
I'm interested to see the DVR too, because I mean, you get quite used to the Walksnail.
Yes, you
and,
do.
Like any other system, the actual FPV feed, and then the DVR is normally better. Right?
Well, there is no on board on this. It only is recording on the
Goggles.
DVR
Okay,
here as
so
well.
what
the
you see
goggles.
is what you're going to get.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Roger.
Can you come do a punch out for us? I just want to show some people. And I know the battery's not perfect. Ready when you are?
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Oh, it does not handle.
Bit of prop wash.
Man, yeah, like you roll washouts.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to bring it in. That's pretty low.
Sure, mate.
Yeah, not too bad. I don't even know how much this kit goes for.
Well, neither do I. Caddx, give me some information.
Really? Yeah, that'd be handy, wouldn't it?
All right. Bring it in. See if you can land on the bag. You reckon you're the pro? I hate you. Every time. Every time.
Sorry, bro.
All right. And it's actually not too hot for now that you've been flying around. Feel that. I mean, on the bench, it does get hot when it's just sitting there, but that's fine, right?
That's good as.
Yeah.
Yeah, motor's cool. Nice.
All right. Let's, we'll unplug,
Yep. So let's just
which is lift
clip,
this little clip and
pull
pull.
it back.
I
That's quite
worry
secure,
that
hey?
it is, but I worry that if you snapped this, you'd be kind of annoyed. I think I would probably snap that. That's just me.
Doesn't come with spare canopies.
Not in my kit,
Yeah,
but it
yeah.
might. It might. Just a very early kit. All right, I'm gonna unplug the goggles.
Yeah, man.
Stickman Steve, let's break this down. We're going to talk probably about this last because we can talk about the drone and the video. Very quickly, Goggles, thumbs up, thumbs down, you like them?
For a box goggle, they're great.
Yep,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
great.
An improvement on the goggles are with the foam and things.
Oh, great. Actually, something's different. You do have a different phone where you can access the SD card now. So, but other than that, they're almost identical to the Goggles L, which I really liked. Radio, any issues?
No, not for me. I prefer pinching.
Yep.
And that felt like a cheap pocket radio.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, I agree. It's
Yeah.
I would say it is the best cheap radio that I've flown with. It's not up to the pocket standard, but it's probably the best one underneath that.
I actually did like not having that external antenna.
Yep.
But
what's that? Yeah. What's that mean if we were going to go do some long range and things? Yes.
so yeah,
too easy.
radio's fine.
All right. And then this bad boy. So we can throw these on the ground. The Protos Drone flight characteristics, and then we're going to talk about the Ascent.
Windy. Don't bother. Not real good.
Yep.
Not an enjoyable flight.
Yes.
Doesn't have the authority in the air to counteract. It does its best, you know. It stays fairly stable.
Yeah, I really had to fight it in this wind that's here.
Apart from that, yeah, if you're just going to do some cruising around, some low flying, get some little cool footage and stuff, getting your kids in or whatever, yeah, it's fine. It does what it's supposed to do.
All right. And what do you think about the actual video system in here, the Ascent, which is meant to be the entry class, the entry level, I don't know what to call it, system. It's not compatible with the Walksnail system. So what do you think about this and then your experience with the Walksnail system, the Avatar system and those sorts of things?
I think honestly, it's definitely subpar to Avatar.
Yep.
It really is.
Yes.
But if this was your option to get in and keep it cheap and get the kids going and stuff, why not? It's so much better than analog.
Yes.
It's probably easier to use than other stuff like HD0. You do get a better image as well, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think
Did you feel latency?
Oh, massive.
Okay.
Yeah, it took me a little while to get used to it, hey, especially navigating through trees and things.
Yes, I agree.
And then fighting the wind as well, extra element of like, oh crap,
Yes.
where am I going? But once you get used to it, yeah, if you're just cruising, just doing what it's supposed to do, there's nothing wrong with it.
All right, that probably, now stop me if this is not how you feel, and I'm glad that you mentioned this because now my impressions is this is a system that's going to get people flying. It's an all-in-one kit designed to have fun, but very clearly it's not for me. I would not be buying this. Would you be buying this?
I would not be buying this.
Okay, if you were coming in, would you prefer to get this or the old Avatar system?
Avatar.
Yeah.
Yep,
but
100%.
I don't think that this does not have a market.
Oh,
The way that
does.
it's turnkey to get people in and just to give them a go. And on its like defense, this is a very early version.
Yep.
Walksnail took a while to get where it is today.
Yep.
This is like this, I don't even know what firmware this is.
Yeah.
It is so early. I don't have any documentation, like nothing to be using this.
And that's where it's really hard too to talk
Yep.
about because we don't know how much the kit's going to be.
Yep.
We don't know if you can buy goggles separate,
Yes.
replacement VTXs.
Yes. Oh, one thing I do know about the VTXs, it will be released in the future.
As a separate unit?
As a separate unit. They are just focusing on as a Protos kit
Yep.
now.
Yep.
So it is coming, apparently.
Yep.
But
I think due to that lack of information, you can't really say, hey, yeah, I'd go with that or this.
Yep.
Because if this is cheap enough and
Sure.
you don't mind upgrading to something better in the future.
Interesting. Now,
Yeah.
Steve, I'm going to give you some time and I'll edit this out because there's a bit to think in. You get the charger, a tiny carry case, who cares about those extras, but the drone, the goggles, radio, charger, 3 batteries.
Yep.
What should the price be? And can you think in USD or do you need to think in AUD?
No, I don't do USD.
Okay, you think AUD and then I will convert that. Let me do a bit of conversion on my phone. I want you to price it out in your head.
Yeah.
What you think the kit would be. Think of like, I guess.
$50. Thanks, Caddx.
All right, let's do editing while we figure this out. What do you think? All up, the kit, goggles, radio, drone, batteries, is about, you said about 700.
Yeah, Aussie.
Yeah, which is about 450, let's say 500 US dollars.
Yeah.
I think that it's going to be $1,000
Australian.
1,000 Australian dollars, which is 650. Because then I've got to think about some profits and 650 USD.
Yeah.
That's where 649 USD dollars, like by the time you price this out, this compared to say a V2 Lightning with some Walksnail stuff in here, it's hard to tell. If they could do it for $499, outstanding, but can they make money on that? And is that what they want to do?
Yeah, probably not.
So
It's so hard though because it doesn't support anything else.
It is.
It's locked in.
Okay, if this is 500 US dollars, $499 USD, What do you think about that price?
I think that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, I think that's amazing.
But that's why I said it, right?
Okay.
Because it's not on the top of my list.
And what about if it's 650? If it's more than 650 USD, that starts to become a very, very hard sell. That is the sweet spot. I don't know about Caddx's marketing. I don't know about their prices. Well,
they don't even know.
Yeah, man, like tell me some information. I'll put it on the screen anyway. So, no worries. All right. Thumbs up, thumbs down, or
for what
in
it
the
is,
middle?
thumbs up, man.
Yep.
For my advice to people to look at it, probably wait a little while and see if the system proves itself, what compatibility there is in the future, what developments.
Yes.
I wouldn't jump on it straight away.
I agree. And who do you think it's for?
Beginners, total beginners that just want to get in and have a look. Maybe get their kids into it so they can come along and just sit at the park and fly their own little drone.
Yes.
You know, it's not going to hurt anyone.
They don't want to do any tinkering.
Yeah,
there's
right.
no setting things up.
Yep.
It's like USB battery go, like
Yep.
that's it.
Yep.
So no worries.
Yeah.
Now I've got a bit of an apology to make to you guys right here because we've got the Walksnail on the left. Steve and I, we did fly a comparison video, flying the same path, testing some things, breaking it up behind us with the antenna. They were both on 25 milliwatts and like sort of really putting it through some stress tests with some range and things like that as well. However, when we lost the signal of the Ascent system, it didn't save in the DVR. So I've got the file there, but I can't get it to play. I'm going to try and link that down below for anybody who does want to watch that. But that's a little bit disappointing. I'm going to go back out to the field. I'm going to do some more testing, but this is the best I can do at the moment, trying to showcase what that's like. So I am going to have some more videos comparing the two. The short end of it is I felt more confident with the Walksnail system in terms of range. But in the end, I really did like how little data you could still fly around with on the Ascent system. Once it started to go black and white, I think we were down to like 0.4 megabits or something with still some flyable information and video. So more tests to come. I don't know what happened to the DVR. It looks like if you lose enough signal, the goggles struggle to actually save that. Anyway. Okay, this one's a bit of a bonus for you guys who stuck around. That file did get corrupted, but we're back here again, 25 milliwatts. Let's show you what it's like when it's breaking up and find out ultimately also how it's different to Walksnail. Oh my goodness, I am so lucky to still have this drone after this flight. I do not recommend flying this thing on 25 milliwatts. Put it up to 100 or you're going to have some issues, and don't fly around behind yourself. Don't face away from yourself. So here I am doing a little bit more testing, and let's keep an eye on the bit rate there. So we're currently at 0.8 as this is taking off, sort of losing some video. It starts to come back and you can see, I think to myself, well, I wanted to fly out here before, but I don't know, maybe I'll turn around and, oh no, the video seems okay. And I decide to go up a little bit more. There's heaps of water around, and then look what happens. We are so close to disaster right here. I should have trusted my instincts. I thought it was okay. And no, it's starting to get really bad. I can't fly through this. I decide to turn around, and that's when I guess some things hit the fan, because look at this. This is all I had. For a long time, I'm staring. I take my goggles off. I look at the sky again. I put my goggles back down, and then I was like, oh, okay, I still have some videos. So I brought this in straight away. Let me show you a better test in a little bit. We're going to fly the other way, not over some water, but extremely close call there.
Holy that just shows don't panic. I lost this for like 5 seconds out, like, I don't know, check the DVR, heading that way over the mangroves and the water. I was like, I'm gone. I even lifted my goggles up in the hopes that I might get a glimpse, and then the video came back. Oh my God, I don't recommend 25 milliwatts. I mean, for testing purposes, sure, but keep it on 100 milliwatts. Oh my God, Jesus.
Now for this test, again, we're on 25 milliwatts, but I'm flying away from myself. So the patch antennas, they are facing the opposite direction of this. I believe they're patch antennas as well, but you can see the battery, OSD, all that sort of stuff. But the number we're looking at is the bit rate down sort of like in the bottom center left right there. We're on 4 megabits per second, and then it starts to drop. We get like some black and white here, and I believe that's to try to save some actual picture quality to give you the data that you need. And you'll notice the latency as well gets more and more when you're flying. So it gets harder and harder to fly the less data that you have sending back. So you definitely notice some crazy latency. And especially now we are looking here, it's like 0.5, and it might even go down to, I think we get to 0.4 possibly at some point as well. But as long as you are keeping steady and stable, I do like that you can actually get this back if you just don't panic. But this is totally different behavior
to what we're used to on the Walksnail system there. So again, turning around to try it to fly, bring it home, and then you'll see we'll get full screen, and then we should also get our color back once we have some more data as well. So there's the full screen size. And then again, the picture, it's still a little bit blurry here, and it's just going to get better and better the closer you get. But I do not recommend flying around on anything but 100 milliwatts. Do not do 25 milliwatts. It is not recommended on this
All right,
system.
so that's my field flight, but here's the important part. Who is this for? The pros, the cons, do I think this is good? And ultimately, I have to say, Caddx, when this kit was, I thought, $600, I was like, yeah, it's cool for people who want a turnkey solution. I thought they were going to like that. There's pros and cons, which I'm going to tell you about right now. But the reason I keep going on about this, for $359 US, that is amazing. For an entry-level option into a hobby to try digital with some potential upgrade paths in the future, Caddx has smashed it out of the park. Now, let's talk about some of those pros and cons though, because there are some things to find out, is this gonna be the right system for you? Straight away, off the bat, yes, good value. 3, 4, like the best value I've probably ever seen in FPV. However, if you are already in FPV, should you buy this system? My answer is no. I prefer the Walksnail Avatar system. At the moment, that is still ahead of what the Ascent system is offering. If you are flying DJI, if you are flying HD0, there is no reason to switch over to a brand new ecosystem. In terms of the pros and cons of the actual craft and equipment themselves, let's quickly go through them. The goggles, the only thing I don't like about these is when they give you a battery lead, look, which I've had for a couple of months and it was an early prototype kit, I have to supply my own battery. Hopefully, that is different for you people watching this now, because if you've got an all-in-one kit, make sure it includes everything, please, like even the LiPo battery or whatever battery we're going to use for the goggles. Hopefully Caddx can change that in the future. Although with the money that you save, you can definitely just go and buy another LiPo. But I like the idea of, hey, here's turnkey. This just works. You've got everything that you need. The radio, the only thing I don't like about this is at the moment, it is not, I believe, officially supported by the ELRS team. So in terms of updates and support, that is not there. I don't know why Caddx hasn't done that. Maybe they're trying to keep this thing under wraps for a while. Hopefully that can be put in and they can support the ELRS team. I'm gonna put the ELRS link down below as well. But look, what more can I say about this? It's a cheap radio, it charges by USB. It does what I want. There is no external antenna. I wouldn't be doing any crazy long range or anything with this, but I can't complain. It was comfortable and Steve liked it as well for a pinching pilot. And then that brings us on to the drone right here, the actual Ascent and Protos drone itself. The drone, it's a little bit heavier. It's a cheap drone. You're not gonna be doing any crazy speeds or flippy flops. If you're flying around indoors, this is gonna be great for an office or a small park. It is perfectly adequate to experience FPV and probably most importantly, have a good time. Like that's what this entire kit is all about. The proprietary batteries, that's something to take note of. Like we're getting pretty decent flight times. And overall, I don't really have any issues now that I know the price of this. It's not gonna be as good as say a Lightning V2, but they're significantly more expensive. Those crafts can be almost just as much as this entire kit itself. And then the big one, the actual Ascent system. So the Ascent system here, I was actually blown away for what this could do, especially how it handled that breakup. I'm going to be getting further range when I'm flying around like a Walksnail Avatar 1S board. I had more confidence. I thought the picture was a little bit better flying around on that as well. However, for the price of this and also how it now handles breakup, I'm pretty excited for the future of this. So I was able to get some insane image back on a very, very minimal amount of data. And I could actually see better flying around this system when I was flying around behind us in some tests than I could with my little Lightning 1S Avatar Walksnail board. So the picture quality, it's not the same. The Walksnail looks better. I would choose Walksnail if I already have that system. The Avatar system is going to get better. But again, this is an entry-level kit with this included. Like, I don't know how much I can complain about it when I look at just how much value you are getting. Overall, Caddx, I have to say, you did an amazing job here. Who should get this? It is people who are brand new to the hobby, want an all-in-one turnkey solution to just go, have some fun, fly around and experience some FPV. Who should not get this? It's anybody who already has a digital system. You might already have Walksnail, DJI, HD0, or maybe you're totally fine with analog. You don't need to go out and buy this. Caddx isn't gonna like me saying that, but just use the gear that you've got. However, if you are brand new to FPV, It's very, very exciting times. And for the price, I think this kit is the best value kit we have ever seen in any product of FPV. And I'm really, really excited for its future. Now, if you want to know more about the Ascent system, go and watch this video. There is a side-by-side comparison that is live right now. You should be able to see that, where Steve and we are putting this through some tests. And make sure you're subscribed, because there is a lot more coming about this system compared to others, a bit more of a deep dive into the Caddx Ascent ecosystem. So other than that, subscribe for more FPV related content, and go look at that video like right now. It's gonna blow your mind. All right.